we're in the theater. Gonna have a culinary demonstration and then a galley tour. This is the theater. It is a one-level theater. It has like, you should call it stadium seating. There's no balconies or anything like some ships have. And these rows that we are on, the one behind us, this one, next one, these are good rows to be on because the row in front of you drops down really low. You notice the rows in front, they're all kind of level, so it's hard to see over people's heads. So these few rows are good.
For height challenged people like her.
Yeah, like for me. On the galley tour.
I guess somebody works in here making the cocktails they bring out to the tables.
Yep. Cocktails are all locked up. Ice machines. This is 12,000 square feet. This is the kitchen for the Capri and Amalfi dining room. The dishwasher I saw when we first came in back that way. All the ovens to make breads and beef Wellingtons and all. Is how to make potatoes 100 ways.
Oh, that's good.
All the different potatoes. 100 ways how to make potatoes. This looks like a plain baked potato.
Yep.
That looks good.
Call it roast?
There's cheese on it.
It is just a plain baked potato.
Like
If you
sliced
call it
potatoes.
frosty, it's a fancy.
TV screen. What they put on it, I don't know. Cute little shaped animals out of fruit. And some kitchen stuff.
What is the TV for? What is it for? The orders?
Just rows and rows of ginormous. Back to more potato dishes. Decorated vegetables. Back to potatoes. Some food. I need to stay cold. Rows and rows. Another giant row of potatoes. More potatoes. And they're just rows of potatoes. Got pictures of their lunch menus.
There's no flesh in it.
Yeah.
But not your bread. Always let myself eat bread.
The fermentation time. We ferment them more. Because if we
It's like sourdough. It's like sourdough bread. It's fermented more, so you don't get as achy.
So it's more like sourdough. Yes, because the more you, some of the bakery they put the more to bake fast to make money. If the longer fermentation, the better it is for you.
Ah.
That's why.
There you go. That's why sourdough didn't bother me when I eat sourdough.
Well, now we
I don't get
know we
achy.
need to find a little better quality bread.
The bottom red should be okay. Or the second
red
row.
one. Yeah, second row.
red.
The red one.
There you go. That's the white one I was thinking of. Still got some stability. There you go. But getting that white one on, it's going to unbalance it. I see it tumbling over. Oh, that's close.
Drive down, have the bed, go to the beach and grab one.
More longer fermented, better yeast bread that does not make me achy. I started to dig in already.
Cut into it. Okay. Cut into it.
It's got the egg yolks. I want to get that egg on there because that tastes good with the salmon. Doesn't seem like it would work, but it does.
And I got the Caesar salad. We got the prime rib, baked potato, medium rare, green beans, and a tomato. And Joe has the same thing.
Same but mashed.
Mashed potatoes over there. Is it good? Like it was last week?
Mm-hmm.
All right, still good.
Good review, both of you.
Franklin and Aaron.
And Aaron. That's a different spelling. Aaron's kind of cool.
Aaron with
And
an
both
E.
of you are from the Philippines.
Don't forget it's strong that with number 10.
Thank you. We will. Thank
Our wrap up for the day. So today is Friday, sea day, last day on our cruise.
We're on our way back, probably not very far from Fort Lauderdale now, but they can't actually dock till 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get off at 7 in the morning.
Yeah. So
We had a lazy day, mostly staying around the room. We did go eat lunch in the actual dining room, the formal dining room, instead of doing a buffet lunch. First time we did that, and it really didn't please Jennifer much at all.
no, I had gotten a club sandwich, and if you've never been on a cruise before, they carry a lot of plates all at once. And to stack them, they put these plastic covers over the top, kind of like the little covers you'd put over your food for the microwave. And it seemed like my sandwich was like put in one of those containers and the steam is all in there. And I guess plates stacked on top of each other. It made my toasted bread soggy. And the lettuce got, kind of.
Not soggy bread and lettuce.
Yeah, so I took it apart and just ate them, meat and...
And the fries were kind of...
And the fries had gotten kind of stale. And that's like our first, like, really bad...
It really was the first...
meal.
I got a lunch
appetizer.
appetizer, and the appetizer had fries. So I'm really heavy on the carbs today. The appetizer had fries, then I got a hamburger and fries. The appetizer fries were fresh, lightly battered or breaded. I don't think, but battered fries. Crispy, fantastic. The ones that came with the burger were like they'd been sitting out on, like you would get in a cafeteria. Not bad, but not very fresh. And that's the kind she got, just not very fresh. So she got 2 bum things.
Yeah. But before that today, at 10, we started our day out.
Oh, we did the Galley tour.
Yeah. We went and saw a food presentation, which the whole setup was pretty cool. They were in the theater, and they had like an actual
You'll see
kitchen.
it.
Yeah, so I liked that. And they, I didn't film all of the dishes. They did the pesto, which you'll see, or you did see. And then they did a carbonara.
We must have failed to plug the camera in because she filmed as much as she could, but the battery went dead.
Not during that.
Well, but it was going dead, so you were cutting it short.
And then, yeah, pesto, carbonara. What was the other thing? And then the dessert.
The dessert was tiramisu.
I know, but was that just the 3? Or was there another meal dish?
There
was another
were 2
meal
main
dish.
dishes.
There was the
spaghetti.
Not the carbonara, the one with the shrimp.
Yeah, the spaghetti with shrimp, and then there was the carbonara.
So pesto, carbonara, shrimp, tiramisu. So I got the pesto, and I got the tiramisu, but I didn't get the other 2. So
I learned a lot. You don't heat your pesto.
Yeah. And now what I saw too, which I thought was very different, is okay, they say put salt in your water while you're cooking your pasta, which I've always heard. And we pretty much do that. But then they were saying at the end,
don't drain your pasta.
Well, yeah, you use the pasta water for a lot of stuff. But they said to pour the oil on the top of the water, and it'll keep it from overboiling.
Yeah.
But I've always heard that you don't put your oil in with your pasta while it's cooking, because then when you put your sauce later on, your sauce doesn't stick to the pasta. It just kind of runs off.
But he did say that after he took the pasta out, like while it was saving the water for something, is when they put the oil in. So maybe he should have been more clear as to when. But he did say put oil in so it doesn't boil over. But he had already pulled they made the shrimp dish.
I'm not really sure on that, but you could start to smell some of the food. 'Cause usually you really couldn't smell any of the cooking.
It's a big
but
theater,
toward the end,
yes,
you could really start smelling
when he cooked the shallots.
It smelled good. And so yeah, we had lunch, and then what did we do? Oh, we did see the steel drum, because we took the one class. Today would have been a second class, and then they did a little performance down in the piazza.
The students of the class.
Yeah.
The guests who took the class did the performance. And we just didn't feel up to another class and time commitments, and they really wanted you to dress a little nicer for it, so we just didn't feel up.
Yeah. But the one class was fun. I enjoyed it.
It was fun. It was
class
interesting.
that we did. What else did we do? I don't know if we really did.
Nope, we just had an easy day.
Anything
Came back
else?
to the room.
Came back because I got up early to do a ship tour this morning. I got up for about 6:20. Went around, did the ship tour, so I'll post that later. And so I came back and I was tired. I wanted a nap.
I laid there and watched Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
Yeah, and I did get. We went to the shops.
You got some more t-shirts and stuff.
Some little souvenirs.
So it was a pretty laid-back day, and now packing.
Yeah, we had dinner tonight, and dinner was
prime rib.
Yeah, but before the prime rib part,
crispy salmon cakes.
You had crispy salmon cakes with a poached egg and hollandaise sauce on the top.
First time the dining room let me down, there was eggshells in my crispy salmon. But they replaced it, and it was all good.
Yeah. I had that last time, but this time I just got a Caesar salad. I like their Caesar salad. They bring you rolls and butter before that. And then...
Oh, and we confirmed with the chef, the head executive chef, why we've been eating a lot of bread, a lot more than we really should, but I've had no aches, no pains, none of the issues. It's because they make all their own bread here on ship, and they ferment the bread longer than typically, so more like a sourdough. It has a lot of fermentation, and it uses more yeast. Or did he say less? I think more yeast, and they let it ferment. Or
it's a fermented
it's the fermented process.
So,
yes. Anyway, he had other guests to deal with, and I didn't want to hold him up.
It's like when you make sourdough.
But we've been basically not eating bread every day and all day, but we have had way more than we really should. But I have to say, I don't have the bloating. I don't have aches and pains, all the problems we have with the breads that we're accustomed to eating that we avoid now.
That's why a lot of people have been going toward making their own sourdough, making their own sourdough
I think
bread.
we need to do that.
Because it is...
So we can enjoy
the
some
more
bread.
fermentation is better on your digestive system.
Right.
And it doesn't bother.
We can
your
enjoy
joints.
some bread, but not have the effects.
And tonight we did have some desserts. And their desserts here, which I like, because I don't like sweet desserts. So I like that all their desserts are very little sweetened, kind of like what you would find in Europe. But like I said, everything on here is homemade. They just order ingredients, and then they cook everything fresh.
Like
fresh
even
made
down
everything.
to their pizza sauce for their pizza, which I'd say is not the greatest pizza in the world, but it was good.
Yeah.
They make the sauce themselves. They do get specific type of peeled tomatoes in a can from Italy. It's a specific, and they use that for their pizza sauce and stuff, but there's no canned or processed foods on the ship. So I really like that. Not going to say it's necessarily health food. I'm sure they use vegetable oil. In fact, I know they do on a couple of things. But overall, it is a much healthier choice.
And they use olive oil.
Yeah, they use a lot of olive oil too. But overall, it's a much healthier choice.
Yeah. And that their desserts are lightly sweetened, so you're not getting
really is.
tons of sugar from those.
If you can get the sugar-free strawberry, what was it? It was a strawberry something cake. It tasted as rich as...
It's when they do the, what is it called?
Dessert
the bakery
extravaganza.
Or dessert extravaganza. It's on the last day. It's on the buffet. They have some really nice
But you
pretty
don't know
cakes.
it's sugar-free. It's a strawberry cake, and last week when we had the same thing, I happened to say something about I'm looking for sugar-free, and he said, well, this one's sugar-free.
Yeah, the
It
one that was
tasted
gluten-free
so
had a
good.
sign that said gluten-free. But that one being sugar-free, they didn't put a sign saying sugar-free.
They don't tell you.
So,
But they don't need to tell you. It's good enough.
Well.
Other than you might miss out if you're avoiding sugar, you'll miss out.
Yeah, you might
But
think
if somebody
there's no
came along and
sugar-free.
just asked for that cake, they would not know that was
Yeah.
sugar-free.
And I got my favorite piece. This was all at lunch today. I had gotten a piece of carrot cake. Because that's my favorite. And
Who wants
then...
vegetables in their cake?
I do. And then tonight, though, for dinner, we had, which I had the same thing last week. And these are small portions. These are not big portions. Just so... But when you have food in the dining room, which I think a lot of people don't realize, you know, it's included in your fee, and you can have as many as you want.
As many servings as you want. As long as they don't think you're wasting it, you're actually eating it.
Yeah. Now, some cruise lines, I don't think they do it here, but some of them, after your second dish of something, they might have a fee. I don't think Princess has one, but I know some of them kind of do. Not too many. I don't think they force it much, because I don't see too many people eat more than 2 plates of something.
Any one thing. I don't binge, so I don't know.
When you are here, it is included. The buffet is always included. The dining room is included. And yeah, in the dining room, if you see, because they are smaller portions, so a bigger guy might want
know that. Smaller portions.
More.
So like tonight, I wasn't really terribly hungry for dinner, so I didn't. But last time we had the prime rib, I had the prime rib and I had the lamb shanks because I didn't know the prime rib was going to be a good size. It is actually a decent size, but I still had easily enough room for the lamb shanks. But most of the meals, like the rack of lamb, it's not a rack.
It's like two lollipops.
Yeah, looks like 2 nice sized lollipops. So to me, a rack is like 4. So I'll order 2 plates, and they bring it out no problem. So
yeah, so if you're in there and you're just not full yet, you can order, more, even with desserts. So tonight I had the apple pie, but he had 2 desserts.
I had 2 desserts. Bad me. I had apple pie, which was not anything like Mom's homemade apple pie. Not near that rich. And I had
Turtle
the cheesecake. Yeah, and it was
Caramel
again
turtle
not real rich.
So that was our day. So now we got to start packing. We got a paper. Was it yesterday or the
we
day
had
before?
to fill out day before. Yeah.
We got a paper, and you mark down how you want to get off the ship. If you're carrying your luggage, what time? There was like 3 different times to choose from. If you're gonna let the stewards take your luggage and it'll be waiting for you down in the terminal, then there was like 3 different times to leave with that. And then there was options if you're leaving and you're taking one of their what is it called? Like kind of like a charter. The princess is taking you whatever to the airport or something. Airport transfers, things like that. So we decided we carried it on, so we're going to carry it off so we can leave earlier since we get a long drive to make. Actually, we're only driving back halfway home, and then we'll make the other half on Sunday. But yeah, so we got to pack and have our stuff ready because we are leaving at 7 in the morning. So anyways, see you next time. Bye.